Welcome to Speed Talking with Fora, a weekly debrief that keeps you up to date on the latest trends in travel. Here's your host, Henley Vazquez.
Hi, everyone. This is Henley, and I am just back from Virtuoso Travel Week. We were actually supposed to do this episode from my room at the Aria in Las Vegas, and I lost my voice. I lost my ability to speak clearly or speak coherently. And so I got back yesterday. Here we are back in our room with the bricks and the palms, and we are going to talk about Virtuoso Travel Week. If you are not in travel, you probably have no idea what this is. So I'm going to tell you a bit about what it is, what happens there, what doesn't happen there. And then before we get started, I want to just make sure, in case you missed it, we did launch our Fora booking platform last week, right in time for Travel Week. This is a big deal because it gave our advisors that are at Travel Week the ability to browse and book while they were at their table. So while they're in the middle of all of these crazy meetings that we're going to talk about, they could actually do bookings for their clients. And the cool thing about it is it actually shows what other advisors are booking because we know a lot, but throw us a bone. We can't know everything all the time. So if somebody says to me, hey, I want to book a hotel in Montreal, I can look this up. I can book it with all of our preferred partners. Of course, we want to support them, but I can also see how many other advisors have booked it, how many times they've booked it. So I can use that wisdom of crowds a little bit to make some faster decisions and make better trips for my clients. Yay! We love that. Okay, back to Vegas. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but not here. Here, we're going to talk about all of it. What is Travel Week? Travel Week brings together advisors and suppliers from all around the world to Las Vegas for a week in August. It's about 105 degrees outside. It's about 55 degrees in the conference rooms. We bundle up and we spend all day in meetings. Some stats: over 5,000 attendees, 105 countries, 2,086 companies. That's a lot of companies, and 185,000 different appointments. The way the appointments work is you show up bright and early at 8 o'clock in the morning. You sit down at a table like this as an advisor, and you start having 7-minute meetings. Every 7 minutes, a new supplier sits down. A hotel, a cruise company, whoever it is, and they tell you all about what they do. You sit there, you furiously take notes, you try to keep everybody's name straight, you kiss a ton of cheeks, and you learn a lot. This is cool for our advisors and for our industry because it's kind of like our Super Bowl. It's a big deal to be there. You've shown up, you get to talk about your company, you talk about suppliers, you get to learn stuff. I mean, I will say that despite having done this for years, every time I sit down there, I wonder, A, will I make it through the day? B, how long my voice will last? But also C, how much I'll learn that day, because it doesn't matter how long you've done this job. Get yourself out on there on the tracks, start listening to what people are telling you. You will always come home with something new. Now, what was different about this year than last year is last year we were really new. We were a little baby for it. It was our first time in Vegas as an agency, and we spent a lot of time having to explain who we were, what we were trying to do. This year we had 31 advisors. We were all out there on the tracks together, and the difference is people knew us. They'd gotten bookings from us. They were excited to talk to us. So it was a really fun celebration, I think, of our community at Fora to get out there. What we did similarly, we went to a racetrack. We drove a lot of Lamborghinis and Ferraris and other supercars. That was really fun. My co-founder, Evan, hates the bill, but we're going to try and hide that from him. Everything else about it was great. What wasn't different is that it was just a really fun time and that we all came home super exhausted. Feedback, I would say, in terms of generally knowing about this event is if you're an advisor that's on the Virtuoso platform. So you're a member of Fora, you're one of our pros, you're in Virtuoso, or you're really part of any agency that goes to Virtuoso. Do this conference. You may not think you need to be in Vegas in the middle of August, but you do. And it's a great chance also to see a place that, frankly, we're booking a lot of. So let's talk about, people, if you're not a travel advisor, but you would like to go to Vegas, you should go, because although I'm complaining about it right now, it's only because I was in meetings the whole time. The cool thing about Vegas is that there's a lot to do outside of business meetings in a conference room all day long. What you should be booking. All right, let's talk about where our clients are staying. We're booking a lot of the Aria, where I stayed, which, by the way, has these new stay wellness floors. I couldn't entirely tell the difference, but I did think the bed was very comfortable for the few hours I got to sleep in it. Booking a lot of Wynn and Encore. Love those. Still has a casino, so it's still got that vibe if you're looking for it, but slightly more elevated restaurants, lots of the Cosmo, good party scene there, if that's what you're going for, and the Waldorf Astoria or Four Seasons, which has no casino at all. So if you're not there for any of the gambling, which, to be honest, I'm not, you can go there and be away from it all, but still have access to all of the amazing shows, all of the amazing restaurants there, which honestly, like some of the restaurants are better in Vegas than they are in their original place. So there's a really good reason to jet on out to Vegas, go eat well, drink well, sleep well. Maybe don't do 185,000 meetings if you don't have to. But if you do, sign up with us. We will be back there next year. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, we're going to be talking about Japan, much more orderly than Las Vegas. See you then.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't travel too far before hitting follow and subscribe. Check in next week for the newest episode of Speedtalking with Fora and our take on what's currently happening in the wild world of travel.